Hey guys, and welcome to the Expansive Journey. My name is Juli, and in this live sending, I'm going to talk about the world of thoughts. And so, having a spiritual awakening is like taking a red pill, right? And you start to see through the illusion of the conceptual world. And that's the world of thoughts, right? And we might not understand that this is what it truly is when we first start to wake up. We think we're not really sure what it means, right? And we just know that we are waking up from a long dream. It feels like that. And this is the world of thoughts. And it can almost be seen as an optical illusion. If you've seen an optical illusion, it's like it's a wall, and it's like a picture on the wall that makes it looks like it's like a 3D illusion of the wall. Like it looks like you can go into the wall, right? But it's just a wall. When you touch it, you see that it's just a wall. And this is what it's like with the thought world. We think it has depth, and we think it's real, and we think we are moving in a world of thoughts. And when we start to wake up, we're seeing that this is an optical illusion, and we are back to the wall again. We're seeing that, oh, we're the wall, and we're looking at this optical illusion from another perspective. And when this starts to happen, we might sense a very deep feeling of alienation. We might feel a deep, even stronger sense of separation, and a stronger sense of all the pain we have ever felt, right? And it's kind of counterintuitive, but this is the death of the old, and it's completely natural part of the spiritual awakening process. And we're starting to move away from the world of thoughts, where we are a separate individual in a world of separate objects on a timeline, a linear timeline, past and future, and with a world out there and us here. And we're starting to move more into the direct experience, the unfiltered experience of the five senses. And that's what we see, what we hear, what we can touch, smell, and taste. So when we are not putting our conscious awareness on the direct five sense experience, we are putting our attention in the thought world, right? So that's a test. If you can describe it or you can imagine it in some way, it's a thought. If it's not a part of your five sense experience, it's always a thought. And waking up from this world that we perceive as being real and seeing that it feels unreal. And this doesn't mean that it's that we can't use our minds, but it's like we have been looking with like 3D glasses our whole life, and now suddenly we're taking the glasses off, and or we're looking at like a two-dimensional screen, and we're seeing the what's going on in a different manner. It's almost like we're more separate from the thought world. So we're waking up from the conceptual world, the world of concepts, where we believe that countries are real. We believe in different cultures, different like the conceptual world is everything that we engage in as humans, unless we are directly engaged in the five sense experience. So, and this world of thoughts has been called samsara in Buddhism, and in the Hinduistic tradition, it's called Maya, and in more like New Age community, it's more like the Matrix, right? We call it the Matrix. And waking up from that, it can be a shock. It feels like you've been like waking up from a long dream almost, and it can be really, really confusing in the initial stages of awakening. And we tend to want to run away from this thought world because it gets uncomfortable, right? Being a separate individual on a separate linear timeline becomes uncomfortable when we start to become aware of that separation. And we tend to, we want to run away, right? Maybe we want to leave the world behind. We want to quit everything, like our job, like move out of our relationships. And there's nothing inherently wrong about that. It's just that if we think that running away from life is going to solve the problem is that we're trying to run away from a thought. We're trying to run away from a conceptual thought about the world, right? Exiting the matrix. Like, I'm exiting the matrix, right? I'm running away to buy a piece of land and live out in the woods and never talk to anyone that is not on the same journey as me ever again. And it's tempting, and it's okay to go through a phase like that. Of course, it's okay to do that as well. It's nothing is wrong. It's just that if you are never really, if you can't sort of see or realize that what you're trying to run away from is your own mind, then you might get stuck there. You might not progress from it, right? And that can be a trap that is very hard to ignore, or hard to see that we are in. And that's why I call it the spiritual matrix, right? And it's the mind that tries to make sense of all of it and push away the things that are uncomfortable, and not realizing that uncomfortableness, it's internal eventually. So yeah, that was what I had to say today, and looking at my notes here. And if that resonates with you and you want to learn to live more in the present moment, like move out of the matrix, the thought world, and into the five sense experience, I invite you to watch my free masterclass in the link in the description below, where I will teach you how to sharpen your attention and sort of become aware of where your attention is at when it's in a thought and when it's in a five sense experience. And if that resonates, always you're free to book a call with me. It's a free clarity call, which is an introduction call to my program, Awaken You. So if that resonates, then feel free to book a call. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below about what your experience is, and if you have also started to see through the veil of the illusion of the thought world. And until next time, much love and namaste.